There's something quietly happening in millions of homes right now. Not dramatic, not sudden, but powerful. An older man stands up from his chair and pauses, just for a second, because his legs feel weaker, because his balance isn't quite what it used to be, because the strength he once didn't even think about is slowly slipping away. Muscle loss after 60 isn't a tragedy. It's biology. But it is a warning, and also a chance. See, starting in your 60s, the body begins to lose about 1% of muscle mass every year. That doesn't sound like much. Until you fast forward a decade. Until the stairs start to feel steeper. The jars harder to open. The ground farther away when you bend. And energy, it comes and goes, like waves that never quite reach the shore. But here's the thing most people don't know. This isn't just about your legs or arms. Muscle is your body's hidden engine. It stabilizes your joints, supports your bones, protects your organs, regulates your metabolism. And here's the part they never told you. It even helps control your blood sugar, your immune response, and the aging of your brain. In fact, muscle is now considered one of the best predictors of longevity. Not because it looks good, but because it keeps you going. And yet, somewhere along the way, we began to treat muscle like something reserved for athletes or gym-goers. Something you either had when you were young, or not at all. But what if that wasn't true? What if, right now, no matter your age, you could rebuild the strength that time has tried to take? What if every night, before bed, you could give your body what it actually needs to heal, repair, and recover muscle while you sleep? Because here's the truth. You don't lose muscle just because you're aging. You lose it because the body doesn't have the right materials to hold on to it. And tonight, that changes. Next, we'll reveal exactly what happens inside your muscles during sleep, and why one specific combination of nutrients taken at night can flip the switch from muscle breakdown to muscle restoration. But first, just know this. You are not fragile. You are not too late. You are a system ready to be supported. And the way forward is gentler than you think. Nighttime. To most, it's when everything winds down. Lights off. Feet up. Body resting. But inside you, that's when the real work begins. Every cell, every organ, every muscle fiber you've ever used today starts the repair process the moment you close your eyes. See, during sleep, your body enters a state of regeneration. It's not just about rest. It's about rebuilding what life has worn down. Tiny tears in your muscle fibers, the natural byproduct of daily movement, are patched. Inflammation cools. Hormones shift. And in those deep, quiet hours, your body decides what to strengthen and what to let go of. And that's where the problem begins. Because if your body doesn't have the building blocks it needs, it chooses to let muscle go. This is especially true after 60. You sleep. You breathe. But your muscles, they shrink. Slowly, silently. And it's not your fault. It's the result of two major changes that happen with age. First, digestion slows. Even if you eat protein during the day, your body absorbs less of it than it used to. It's like sending bricks to a construction site, but leaving them outside the gate. Second, your natural muscle-building signals weaken. The hormones and enzymes that once told your body, grow, repair, now whisper instead of shout. So how do we fix this? Not by working harder, not by spending hours at the gym, but by using the night as your secret weapon. Because there's a small window right before bed, when your body is uniquely ready to absorb nutrients and trigger recovery. And science has discovered that one specific type of nourishment, taken in this window, can dramatically improve muscle preservation and growth in older adults. It's simple, it's natural, and it works with your biology, not against it. Next, we'll explore this secret ingredient, what it is, how it works, and why it could be the easiest, most powerful habit you start this week. But for now, just imagine this. You're not just falling asleep. You're handing your body the tools it's been quietly asking for, and letting it build you back stronger. Let's cut straight to it. The single most important nutrient your body needs to rebuild muscle, especially overnight, is protein. But not just any protein. Your body needs one that's complete. One that's easily digestible, even with age. One that contains all 9 essential amino acids, especially leucine, the trigger for muscle growth. And here's where science and tradition meet. Because there's a specific form of protein that checks every box. And it's been quietly helping people regain strength for decades. It's called casein. Unlike whey, which digests quickly, casein digests slowly, releasing amino acids for hours while you sleep. It's like slow-drip nutrition for your muscles. A steady supply. No spikes. No crashes. Just quiet repair. Multiple studies have shown that when older adults take 30 to 40 grams of casein protein before bed, they significantly improve muscle mass, strength retention, and even mobility, without any extreme workouts or lifestyle changes. One study from Maastricht University in the Netherlands found that simply drinking a casein-rich shake before bed led to greater muscle protein synthesis during sleep, compared to those who didn't eat anything at night. But what makes this so special is that it aligns perfectly with how the body works after 60. You don't need fast-burning fuel anymore. You need slow, sustained nourishment. And casein is exactly that. You'll find it naturally in foods like cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, ricotta, certain protein powders labeled micellar casein, even a small bowl of cottage cheese with a sprinkle of flax seeds, or a warm cup of milk with cinnamon, can become your nighttime ritual for recovery. But here's the thing. It's not just about the casein. It's about what you pair it with. Because when combined with magnesium, potassium, and anti-inflammatory compounds, you create a recipe for deeper rest, stronger muscles, and a body that wakes up ready. That's exactly what we'll cover in the next part. The top 5 natural pairings to combine with your nighttime protein to unlock the full muscle recovery effect. Because eating the right food is powerful, but eating it the smart way, that's where the transformation begins. Your body doesn't heal from one single ingredient. It heals from combinations, carefully chosen, deeply nourishing, designed by nature to work together. So if you've got your nighttime protein ready, especially casein, here are 5 powerful foods and nutrients to pair it with. Each one plays a specific role in helping your muscles recover, your body relax, and your sleep deepen. Let's start with the first. Magnesium. It's nature's relaxation mineral. It calms the nervous system, helps regulate muscle contractions, and improves sleep quality, especially deep sleep, which is when most muscle repair happens. You'll find it in pumpkin seeds, almonds, dark leafy greens, even a small square of dark chocolate. Pair your evening protein with a handful of pumpkin seeds, or sprinkle almonds into your yogurt. The result? A stronger body and a calmer mind. Second, potassium. This mineral keeps your muscles from cramping during the night, and helps balance fluids, which prevents that stiff, achy feeling in the morning. Great sources include bananas, sweet potatoes, avocados, white beans. Try mashed sweet potato blended with Greek yogurt and a pinch of cinnamon. A powerhouse evening bowl that supports both your muscles and your metabolism. Third, omega-3 fatty acids. These reduce inflammation in muscles and joints, especially important if you're recovering from activity or managing arthritis. You don't need a full fish dinner before bed. Just a spoonful of ground flaxseed, chia seeds, or a few walnuts can give your body the omega-3 boost it needs. Try stirring a spoonful into your cottage cheese or bedtime smoothie. The result? Less soreness, better joint mobility, and a body that wakes up feeling lighter. Fourth, tryptophan-rich foods. Tryptophan is an amino acid that helps the body produce serotonin and melatonin, essential for deep, uninterrupted sleep. And good sleep equals better muscle recovery. You'll find it in milk, oats, turkey, pumpkin seeds, a warm oat pudding made with milk and topped with cinnamon and walnuts. That's not dessert. That's medicine in a bowl. And fifth, curcumin, the active compound in turmeric. It's a natural anti-inflammatory that helps reduce post-exercise soreness and supports the immune system during recovery. A golden milk made with warm almond milk, turmeric, black pepper, and a touch of honey can be the final calming note to your nighttime routine. A lullaby for your muscles. Together, these ingredients don't just feed the body. They activate it. They support every system working quietly overnight to restore your strength. Because it's not just about what you eat. It's how you prepare your evening to let healing happen. It starts with a decision. Not a drastic one. Not one that flips your life upside down. Just a gentle shift. To end the day with intention. Because the hours before bed hold more healing power than most people realize. And when you treat that time as sacred, your body listens. So what does a powerful nighttime recovery ritual look like? For someone over 60, it's simpler than you'd think. No fancy routines. No expensive powders. Just a few small steps, stacked with care. Step 1. Eat your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. Why? Because your body sleeps better when it's not digesting a heavy meal. This clears the way for the real magic to happen. The muscle repair, the hormone balancing, the cellular renewal. Step 2. An hour before bed, have your nighttime muscle recovery snack. Something easy, like half a cup of cottage cheese, sprinkled with ground flaxseed and a pinch of cinnamon. Or a small bowl of Greek yogurt, with chopped walnuts and a drizzle of honey. Add a slice of baked sweet potato, or a spoonful of mashed avocado on whole grain toast. And you've just created a recipe that balances protein, fiber, healthy fats, and calming minerals, all designed to nourish and restore you as you sleep. Step 3. Wind down with a calming drink. Maybe warm milk with turmeric and black pepper. Maybe chamomile tea with a splash of magnesium-rich almond milk. The ritual matters. It tells your body, it's time to switch from stress to repair. Step 4. Dim the lights. Shut off the screens. Even the best nutrition can't work against poor sleep habits. Blue light, late-night news, scrolling. They keep your stress hormones active. And that blocks the very healing you're trying to support. Instead, soft light, gentle music, or a few pages of a book that brings you peace. This isn't a routine for perfection. It's a rhythm of kindness. A way of saying, I know what you need. To your muscles, to your mind, to the version of you that still has strength to reclaim. Because when you pair the right foods with the right rest, the results feel almost effortless. You wake up lighter, more steady, more you. Next, we'll return to the science and show you exactly what changes inside your muscles when you give them this kind of consistent nighttime care. It's not just about feeling better. It's about aging with strength. On your own terms. You might not feel it overnight. There's no drumroll, no lightning bolt. Just steadiness. A shift so quiet, it almost escapes notice. Until one day, you climb the stairs without bracing the rail. You stand from a chair without pushing off. You lift your grocery bag and realize it doesn't feel heavy anymore. That's what muscle recovery looks like. Not dramatic, just deeply human, and entirely possible. Here's what's really happening inside. When you give your body high-quality protein at night, especially casein, those amino acids begin circulating through your bloodstream as you sleep. They travel to the very fibers that have weakened or torn, and they begin patching, reinforcing, rebuilding. Muscle protein synthesis increases. The rate of muscle breakdown decreases. And over time, you shift the balance from loss to gain. You're not just preserving what you have. You're slowly building new muscle, even in your 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond. In one study, older adults who took a nighttime protein supplement, alongside resistance training, gained significantly more strength and muscle than those who didn't. Even without intense workouts, Simply fueling the body correctly made a difference. But that's not all. This small change also improves metabolic health. More muscle means better blood sugar control, less insulin resistance, more calories burned at rest. It improves bone density. Muscle strength supports skeletal strength, reducing risk of falls, fractures, and osteoporosis. And it improves balance and coordination. Not because your brain got sharper overnight, but because your body feels more stable, more supported, more alive. And here's the most beautiful part. This change doesn't demand perfection. You don't have to count every gram. You don't need to get it right every single night. You just need consistency, gentle commitment, a little bowl of protein, a few minutes of calm, and the belief that your body is still capable of rebuilding. Even now. Especially now. Because when you treat your body with respect, it responds. Every single time. Let's bring it all home next. Not with hype, but with hope, and a deeper understanding of how small things can still change everything.